Dirtbag, what up? Aw. Week 7 is a wrap, and we've officially hit that point where nobody's safe. The injury plague continues. Stars are dropping left and right. Nico Collins, BTJ, Mike Evans, again, Darren Waller, and Jaden Daniels. And the parity this year, unreal. Every team feels like they can win or completely die by Thursday. Standings are tight. Half the league is 6-8. The top dogs are barely hanging on. Bottom feeders, hopeful, quitting. But before we get into the action, parlay, matchups, standings, and my favorite part, watching Tommy spend singles on waivers like he's at the Pink Poodle, I have a quick PSA to Smitty Burr. Brother, you threw in the towel too early. You spent all morning projecting your jink onto me like I was the problem. Talking about, it's over, bro. You can't come back from 30. I remember my first beer. This is fantasy football. 30 is nothing. You've been playing what, 10 years plus now? And you still act like you just downloaded the app. You have Christian McCaffrey. That jinx? That's on you, bud. Now, if you're gonna quit anything, how about we stop quitting before the 10 a.m. games start and quit your bitching? All right, let's start with the Dirty Dozen Parlay. Spoiler, we didn't hit again. We did hit 7 out of 12 though. So hey, there's progress. But Sean, hey, do you think Sean knows? Never mind. Alec Aomaner though. What? Last week was Tyquan Thornton. This week you bet on Alec Aomaner. Who are you betting on next week? Damian Pierce? Top 5 running back Damian Pierce? Get your shit together, Shawnee B. Oh yeah, and Logan and Trav? You're both on losing streaks now, ain't ya? Let's vote to not bet on your home players. Bet on ya, bitch. Ain't as easy as you thought, huh? Let's lock in, bet on JT and Rasheed, and let's get rich. All right, let's get into the matchups. First, we had me versus Smitty Burr. This one was a banger. It was the highest scoring matchup of the week. Ended up pulling it off 130 to 119. Came down to Monday Night Football. Smitty had a monster week. As soon as I saw CMC get 35, I was spooked. He got 18 from the fee. He ended up getting 17 from the almond. But it wasn't enough because I finally put it together. Chase, Tutty. Woody, Tutty. Stevenson, Tutty. Travis Hunter, Tutty. Olave, 2 Tutties. Big Ferg, 2 Tutties. Shouldn't have jinxed it, Smitty. Now you're 6-8 and you're staring into the abyss. Okay, bud? Next, we had Logan versus Trav. Trav ended up pulling this one out 111 to 96. It was a nail biter until it wasn't. Trav's quietly climbing. JT again proving to be a league winner. He's on pace for a top 10 fantasy season of all time. We all remember what Saquon did last year, and JT's averaging 3 more points per game than Saquon ended up averaging. Logan's team didn't pop. Rashee Rice did get 2 touchdowns in his return. Should have been 3, but 1 got called back. He's a top 5 wide receiver the rest of the season. That's the Black Puka, but not much else. Trav moves to 8-6, and Logan also falls to 8-6. Trav might be trying to trade grape the league, but until he reverse grapes his own team, he's looking kind of dangerous. Next, we had Josh versus Shawnee B. Shawnee B won 103 to 54. Josh's team didn't just lose, it died. Only Keenan Allen showed up. He dropped 23, scored half of Josh's team's points. Not much to say here, Josh, except keep fighting, keep setting them lineups, keep trying. But it's looking bleak. Memphis bleak? My bleak neighbors? Johnny B finally found life. AJ Brown got 26, remembered how to play football again. DeAndre Swift got a 20 burger, and Michael Pittman dropped 17. You got 1 foot out of fantasy hell, Shiny B. Good for you, but your team still sucks. Time for the Dirt Bowl. We had Tommy versus Mikey. Mikey won 88 to 67. 6-7. This was a stinker. Tommy is in injury hell. Brock Bowers, Puka, and Mike Evans again. You're gonna have to make moves, Tommy. Unfortunately, Nick Chubb and Harold Fannin ain't getting you Divine A-Chain. Make some real offers. As for Mikey, your team sucks. Next, we had Sibo versus Jason. 2 juggernauts. Sibo ended up winning 125 to 91. Patrick Mahomes is the QB1 overall. Got him 26. Vontae Adams with 3 tutties. McBride hit pay dirt twice. Even your dead players played for you. That's how you know it's your season, Cycles. That rabbit's foot, it's covered in shit. Jason took his big dick. Jason took his first big hit of the year. He got good games from Jacobs and Javonte. But benching Devonta Smith, he got 28 points. I know I haven't had to call you to remind you to set your lineup this year, but I might have to call you to tell you who to start. Do better, kid. Finally, we had Jimmy versus Rome. What up, Rome? Jimmy ended up winning 118 to 71. Jimmy keeps proving why he's the favorite. Hate to say that. Even with injuries to Lamar and Garrett Wilson, he still drops bombs. 35 burger from Gibbs, 26 from Judkins, back in the #1 spot. Rome, CD came back with that 19, but it's not enough. Team's down bad. But you got Josh Allen, you got Aaron Jones coming back. Keep grinding, keep fighting, respect. Your team still sucks though. All right, let's talk standings. We got Jimmy back on top at 11-3. Jason and Cycles are right behind at 9-5. Got Trav and Logan at 8-6. And then the middle is a cluster of chaos. You got 5 teams at 6-8. Parity is real. No super teams, no tankers. This league is wide open, like Tommy's ass. Exactly how it should be. All right, now for everyone's favorite segment, my personal favorite segment, the live waiver wire show. I put in a claim trying to get Kyler Murray back on the squad. I had to let go of Torrey Horton. He hasn't really done shit. He's got 2 zeros in a row. There's upside there, but there's a lot of things that have to happen in order for that upside to be met. Oronde, what is his name? Oronde Gradson? That's the #1 guy to pick up this week. I had a claim in for him, but I have $0, so I took it off the board. Let's see who picked him up. Bet it wasn't Tommy. So I was wrong. Xavier Legette was the #1 guy picked up based on Fab spent. Tommy won with $7. Hey, we're making progress here. No one else bid on Legette. Andy Dalton was throwing it to Legette. He looked better. Could be a good pickup, and Tommy's down bad, so fuck it, why not? The only other bidder was Jimmy with the $0. Next up, it's probably the worst waiver wire week of the season so far. Outside of Oronde Gradson, I think that's his name. Not really much out there. And I got a sneak peek of who I'm about to name off, and you'll see why I said that. Marvin Mims goes to Trav for $3. Nobody else bid on him. Tommy dropped Jaden Higgins and picked up Chamir Dyke. He won on a $1 bid. Them singles. Josh was the only other person to put a bid up. He put $0 as he's a broke dick like I am. You know I got Kyler back. No one else bid on him. Next we got Devin Neal, picked up by Smitty for $0. Kendry Miller just tore his ACL, so fuck it. Throw a flyer on him. He sucks, but you never know. Shawnee B is the one who wins the bid on Oronde Gadsden. It's Gadsden. $0. Tommy put $5 on and he would have won. However, unfortunately, your roster will have too many players after this transaction. How could you fuck up like that? I think Gadsden is a real thing. He's a good athlete. He's the type of guy like a Darren Waller who could come in here and maybe be a league winner. I might be putting it on thick just because Tommy didn't get him and I'm trying to rub salt in the wound. But fuck, you never know. And finally, Jimmy drops Sam Darnold and picks up Hollywood Brown for $0. This waiver wire sucked. Only a couple startable players. But given that this season is a graveyard, bodies are dropping, buys are in full effect, maybe all these guys could start. They all could start on Tommy's team. And that's it, Dirtbags. Week 7 is in the books. Injuries, chaos, parity, pain. If you're still alive, keep grinding. If you're down bad, keep setting your lineup. I believe in you. And if you're Smitty, stop putting that evil on people, Ricky Bobby. That's your jinx. Okay, bud? Drop your worst take in the comics. Smash the like button if you still believe in your team. And I'll see you next week live from Fantasy Hell. Peace, dirtbags.